All right, continuing in Job. We made it to 8. That's where I'm going to pick back up. So far, Job's been through hell. Everything bad's happened to him. Now his three buddies are there talking to him. Okay. Then answered Bildad the Shushite and said, How long wilt thou speak these things, and how long shall the words of thy mouth be like a strong wind? Does God pervert judgment, or does the Almighty pervert justice? If any children have sinned against him, and he have cast them away for their transgression, if thou wouldest seek unto God betimes, and make thy supplication to the Almighty, if thou were pure and upright, surely now he would awake for thee and make the habitation of thy righteousness prosperous. So this guy's saying that Job's probably sinned against him or something there. Though thy beginning was small, yet thy latter end should be greatly increased. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers. For we are not but of yesterday, and know nothing, because our days upon earth are a shadow. Shall not they teach thee, and tell thee, and utter words out of their heart? Can the rush grow up with our mire? Can the flag grow without water? Whilst it is yet in his greenness, and not cut down, it withereth before any other herb. So are the paths of all that forget God, and the hypocrite's hope shall perish. Whose hope shall be cut off, and whose trust shall be a spider's web? He shall lean upon his house, but it shall not stand. He shall hold it fast, but it shall not endure. He is green before the sun, and his branches shooteth forth in his garden. His roots are wrapped about the heap, and seeth the place of stones. If he destroys him from his place, then it shall deny him, saying, I have not seen thee. Behold, this is the joy of his way, and out of the earth shall others grow. Behold, God will not cast away a perfect man, neither will he help the evildoer, till he fill thy mouth with laughing, and thy lips with rejoicing. They that hate thee shall be clothed with shame, and the dwelling place of the wicked shall come to nothing. And then Job answered and said, I know it is so of a truth. But how should man be just with God? If he will contend with him, he cannot answer him one of 1,000. He is wise in heart and mighty in strength. Who has hardened himself against him and has prospered? Which removes the mountains, and they know not, which overturneth them in his anger, which shaketh the earth out of her place, and the pillars thereof tremble, which commandeth the sun, and it rises not, and sealeth up the stars, which alone spreadeth out the heavens, and treadeth upon the waves of the sea, which makes Arcturus, Orion, and Pleiades, and the chambers of the south, which does great things past finding out, yea, and wonders without number. Look, he goes by me, and I see him not. He passes on also, but I perceive him not. Behold, he taketh away, who can hinder him? Who will say unto him, What dost thou? If God will not withdraw his anger, the proud helpers do stoop under him. How much less shall I answer him, and choose out my words to reason with him? Whom though I were righteous, yet would I not answer, but I would make supplication to my judge. If I had called, and he had answered me, yet would I not believe that he had listened unto my voice. For he breaketh me with a tempest, and multiplieth my wounds without cause. He will not suffer me to take a breath, but filleth me with bitterness. If I speak of strength, lo, he is strong. And if of judgment, who shall set me a time to plead? If I justify myself, my own mouth shall condemn me. If I say I am perfect, it shall also prove me perverse. Though I were perfect, yet would I not know my soul. I would despise my life. This is one thing, therefore I said it. He destroyeth the perfect and the wicked. If the scourge slay suddenly, he will laugh at the trial of the innocent. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Now my days are swifter than a post. They flee away, they see no good. They are passed away as the swift ship, as the eagle that hastens to the prey. If I say I will forget my complaint, I will leave off my heaviness and comfort myself. I am afraid of all my sorrows. I know that thou wilt not hold me innocent. If I be wicked, why then labor I in vain? If I wash myself with snow water and make my hands never so clean, yet shalt thou plunge me in the ditch, and my own clothes shall hate me. For he is not a man as I am, that I should answer him, and we should come together in judgment. Neither is there any daysman betwixt us, that might lay his hand upon us both. Let him take his rod away from me, and let not this fear terrify me. Then would I speak, and not fear him, but it is not so with me. For my soul is weary of my life. I will leave my complaint upon myself. I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. I will say unto God, do not condemn me. Show me wherefore thou condemnest with me, or contendest with me. It is good unto thee that thou shouldest oppress, that thou shouldest despise the work of thine hand, and shine upon the counsel of the wicked. Hast thou eyes of flesh, or seest thou as man seeth? Are thy days as the days of a man? Are thy years as a man's days? That thou inquirest after mine iniquity, and searchest after my sin? Thou knowest that I am not wicked, and there is none that can deliver out of thy hand. Thy hands have made me and fashioned me together round and about, yet thou dost destroy me. Remember, I beg thee, that thou hast made me as the clay, and wilt thou bring me into dust again? Hast thou not poured me out as milk, and curdled me like cheese? Thou hast clothed me with skin and flesh, and hast fenced me in with bones and sinews. Thou hast granted me life and favor, and thy visitation hath preserved my spirit. And these things hast thou hid in thy heart. I know that this is with thee. If I sin, then thou markest me, and thou wilt not acquit me from mine iniquity. If I be wicked, woe unto me, and if I be righteous, yet will I not lift up my head. I am full of confusion, therefore see thou my affliction. For it increaseth. Thou huntest me as a fierce lion, and again thou showest thyself marvelous unto me. Thou renewest thy witnesses against me, and increasest thine indignation upon me. Changes and war are against me. Wherefore then hast thou brought me forth out of the womb? Oh, that I had given up the ghost, and no eye had seen me. I should have been as though I had not been. I should have been carried from the womb to the grave. Are not my days few? Cease then, and let me alone, that I may take comfort a little. Before I go hence, and shall not return even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness. Then answered Zophar, the Naamathite, and said, Should not the multitude of words be answered, and should a man full of talk be justified? Should thy lies make men hold their peace, and when thou mockest, shall not man make thee ashamed? For thou hast said, My doctrine is pure, and I am clean in thine eyes. But oh, that God would speak and open his lips against thee, and that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is. Now, therefore, that God exacteth of thee less than thine iniquities deserves. Canst thou by searching find out God? Canst thou find out the Almighty unto perfection? It is as high as heaven. It is as high as heaven. What can thou do? Deeper than hell. What can thou know? The measure thereof is longer than the earth and broader than the sea. If he cut off and shut up or gather together, then who can hinder him? For he knoweth vain men, he seeks wickedness also. Will he not then consider it? For vain men should be wise, though men be born like a wild ass colt. If thou prepare thine heart and stretch out thy hands toward him, if iniquity be in thy hand, put it far away, and let not wickedness dwell in thy tabernacle. For then shalt thou lift up thy face without spot, yea, thou shalt be steadfast and shalt not fear, because thou shalt forget thy misery and remember it as water that passes away. And thine age shall be clearer than the noonday. Thou shalt shine forth, thou shalt be as the morning. And thou shalt be secure, because there's hope. Yea, thou shalt dig about thee, and thou shalt take thy rest in safety. Also thou shalt lie down, and none shall make thee afraid. Yea, many shall make suit unto thee. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. And Job answered and said, No doubt, but ye are the people, and wisdom shall die with you. But I have understanding as well as you. I am not inferior to you. Yea, who knows not such things as these? I am as one mocked of his neighbors, who calleth upon God, and he answers him. The just upright man is laughed to scorn. He that is ready to slip with his feet is as a lamp despised in the thought of him that is at ease. The tabernacles of robbers prosper, and they that prove God are secure, into whose hands God bringeth abundantly. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls in the air, they shall tell thee. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. Who knoweth not in all these that the hand of the Lord has done this, has worked this? in whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind. Does not the ear try words, and the mouth taste his meat? With the ancient is wisdom, and in length of days understanding. With him is wisdom and strength. He has counsel and understanding. Behold, he breaketh down, and it cannot be built up again. He shutteth up a man, and there can be no opening. Behold, he withholdeth the water, and they dry up. Also he sendeth them out, and they overturn the earth. With him is strength and wisdom, that deceived and the deceiver are his. He leadeth counselors away spoiled, and makes the judges fools. He looseth the bonds of kings, and girdeth their loins with a girdle. He leadeth princes away spoiled, and overthroweth the mighty. He removeth away the speech of the trusty, and taketh away the understanding of the aged. He poured contempt upon princes, and weakeneth the strength of the mighty. He discovereth deep things out of darkness, and bringeth out to light the shadow of death. He increaseth the nations and destroys them. He enlarges the nations and straightens them again. He taketh away the heart of the chief of the people of the earth, and causes them to wander. Come on, phone. In the wilderness where there is no way. They grope in the dark without light, and he maketh them to stagger like a drunk man. Look, my eyes have seen all this, my ears has heard and understood it. What you know, the same do I know also. I am not inferior unto you. Poor guy. His friends are just putting him through the ringer here, making him feel like crap. Oh, surely I would speak to the Almighty, and I desire to reason with God. But ye are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value. All that ye would altogether hold your peace, and it should be your wisdom. Hear now my reasoning, and listen to the pleading of my lips. Will you speak wickedly for God, and talk deceitfully for him? Will you accept his persons? Will ye contend for God? It is good that you should search you. It is good that he should search you out. Or as one man mocketh another, do you so mock him? He will surely reprove you, if you do secretly accept persons. Shall not his excellency make you afraid, and his dread fall upon you? Oh, yes. Your remembrances are like unto ashes, your bodies to bodies of clay. Hold your peace, let me alone, that I may speak, and let come on me what will. Wherefore do I take my flesh in my teeth, and put my life in my hands? Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain my own way before him. He also shall be my salvation, for a hypocrite shall not come before him. Hear diligently my speech, and my declaration with your ears. Behold, now I have ordered my cause. I know that I shall be justified. Who is he that will plead with me? For now, if I hold my tongue, I shall give up the ghost. Only do not two things unto me, then I will not hide myself from thee. Withdraw thine hand far from me, and let not thy dread make me afraid. Then call thou, and I will answer, or let me speak, and answer thou me. How many are my iniquities and sins? Make me to know my transgression and my sin. Wherefore hidest thou thy face, and holdest me for thine enemy? Wilt thou break a leaf driven to and fro, and wilt thou pursue the dry stubble? For thou writest bitter things against me, and thou makest me to possess the iniquities of my youth. Thou puttest my feet also in the stocks, and lookest narrowly upon my paths. Thou settest a print upon the heel of my feet. And he, as a rotten thing, consumeth as a garment that is moth eaten. The man that is born of a woman is of few days and full of trouble. And that's true. The Lord did mark our hands and our feet, so he knows everything we've ever touched or ran to. He cometh forth like a fire, and is cut down. He fleeth also as a shadow, and continues not. And dost thou open thine eyes upon such an one, and bringest me into judgment with thee? Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bonds that he cannot pass. Turn from him that he may rest till he shall accomplish as an hireling his day. For there is hope of a tree, if it be cut down, that it will sprout again, and that the tender branches thereof will not cease. Though the root thereof wax old in the earth, and the stalk thereof die in the ground, yet through the scent of water it will bud, and bring forth buds like a plant. But man dieth and wasteth away. Yea, man giveth up the ghost, and where is he? As the waters fell from the sea, and the flood decayeth and drieth up. So man lieth down and riseth not. Till the heavens be no more, they shall not awake, nor be raised out of their sleep. Oh, that thou wouldest hide me in the grave, that thou wouldest keep me secret until thy wrath be past, that thou wouldest appoint me a set time and remember me. If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change comes. Yeah, and there he's talking about, I'm pretty sure, the resurrection at the end days there. Thou shalt call, and I will answer thee. Thou wilt have a desire to the work of your hands. For now thou numberest my steps. Dost thou not watch over my sin? My transgression is sealed up in a bag, and thou sewest up mine iniquity. And surely the mountains falling cometh to nothing, and the rock is removed out of its place. The water where the stone thou washest away the things which grow out of the dust of the earth, and thou destroyest the hope of man. Thou prevailest forever against him, and he passes away. Thou changest his countenance, and sendeth him away. His sons come to honor, and he knoweth it not. They're brought low, but he perceives it not of them. But his flesh upon him shall have pain, and his soul within him shall mourn. Then answered Eliphaz the Temanite, and said, Should a wise man utter vain knowledge, and fill his body with the east wind? Should he reason with unprofitable talk, or with speeches wherewith he can do no good? Yeah, thou castest off fear, and restrainest prayer before God. For thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity, and thou choosest the tongue of the crafty. Thine own mouth condemns thee. Man, these people are mean. And not I, yea, thy own lips testify against thee. Art thou the first man that was born, or wast thou made before the hills? Hast thou heard the secret of God, and dost thou restrain wisdom to thyself? What knowest thou that we know not? What understandest thou which is not in us. With us are both the gray-headed and very aged men, much elder than thy father. Are the consolations of God small with thee? Is there any secret thing with thee? Why does thine heart carry thee away, and what do thy eyes wink at? That thou turnest thy spirit against God, and lettest such words go out of your mouth. What is man that he should be clean, and he which is born of a woman that he should be righteous? Behold, he putteth no trust in his saints. Yea, the heavens are not clean in his sight. How much more abominable and filthy is man, which drinketh iniquity like water? I will show thee, hear me, and that which I have seen I will declare, which wise men have told from their fathers, and have not hid it, unto whom alone the earth was given, and no stranger passed among them. The wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ear. In prosperity the destroyer shall come upon him. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited for of the sword. He wandereth abroad for bread, saying, where is it? He knoweth that the day of darkness is ready at his hand. Yeah, these men are something else. Job needs new friends. Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to the battle. For he stretches out his hand against God, and strengthens himself against the Almighty. He runneth upon him, even on his neck, upon the thick bosses of his bucklers. Because he covers his face with the fatness, and maketh collapse of fat on his flanks. And he dwelleth in desolate cities, and in houses which no man inhabits, which are ready to become heaps. He shall not be rich, neither shall his substance continue, neither shall he prolong the perfection thereof upon the earth. He shall not depart out of darkness, the flame shall dry up his branches, and by the breath of his mouth shall he go away. Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense. It shall be accomplished before his time, and his branches shall not be green. He shall shake off his unripe grapes as the vine, and shall cast off his flowers as the olive. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacle of bribery. They conceive mischief, and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. Alright, I'm going to read this one, and I'm going to give her a 16. Then Job answered and said, I have heard many such things. Miserable comforters you are. Miserable comforters you guys are. Shall vain words have an end, or what? Emboldeneth? What provokes thee that thou answers? I also could speak as you do. If your souls were in my soul's stead, I could heap up words against you and shake my head at you, but I would strengthen you. That's right. Oh, that one might plead for a man with God, as a man pleadeth for his neighbor. When a few years are come, then I shall go to the way whence I shall not return. Yeah, Job, he's just, I don't know. He's really tired of hearing these guys. You can hear that. But that's where I'm going to give it up. I'm going to start again at 17. I hope you liked listening to it. I like reading it to you. And I'll just say, God bless you, and I'll pick it up next time. Later.